We're live.
All right, so what's up, guys? We are live again on the Greyhound investment page. So today is oh damn, I don't see Pikachu around today, man.
He's
That's a
all
bit
the
of
way at the back. You can see that yellow dot. He's
sleeping,
marking my
maybe
bag.
being taking a nap.
Yeah,
It's
it's nap time for him.
so that's the first time. I think Dalvinpal must be really
Mm.
overwhelmed with work. I forgot to place him up upright.
Well, I mean, you can look at my eye bags. So it's
Yeah.
quite a
All right.
tiring week. Yeah.
So jumping into the topic straight away, so we've basically today, like the time of the year, the major event for 2020, apart from COVID-19, right, has arrived.
Mm.
What Which will determine the direction of the funds, the economy for the next 4 years at least. Okay, so we're talking about the U.S. general election. Okay, so I've covered this many in different videos about different elements of what can happen and what may happen and things like that.
Yep.
And it's finally come to the point where now we have to make a decision. Do we invest some sums? Do we? What is our call of action? Because it's actually absolutely pointless if I've just spoken about this event for like the whole year, and then
And
now
it
that we
doesn't
come to
happen.
it and we've
Oops.
got no conclusion. Okay,
Yeah.
so definitely not that. So this video is huge actually. It's very important because it'll be discussing about the possible outcomes from both sides. Okay, so maybe I'll get Dalvin Paul to have a couple of ideas
Sure.
first, share with us his thoughts, and then I can
All
add
right.
on, and we can see where
So,
we head
of
from there.
course, the most waited event of the year, the U.S. presidential elections. So it's finally here after the first term of Donald Trump's presidency. So he's been challenged by Joe Biden for the seat, and it's only two outcomes: is either Biden wins or Trump wins. So
Yeah,
one or
quite
the
quite
other.
obvious here.
And looking at the forecast and all the market movements at the moment, right? So it's quite natural to see the funds dropping a little bit because of speculative investments and trading, right? So people are pulling on their funds, those who are doing for short term. But what we can see is, regardless of who wins, lah, Biden or Trump, both will have their policies in place. And for example, if Trump wins, he will still need a majority of the Republican Senate. All right, that means it's their version of parliament, right? So he still needs people from his party to dominate majority of the Senate, so that his policies can go through. And likewise for Biden as well, if the Democrat Party wins, he would still need a Democrat majority in the Senate so that he can push through his policies. And what are these policies that we are looking at the moment? So there are three main points for discussion. One is the increase in corporate tax rate. All right, so
Correct.
it's
Yeah.
going to increase by 8%. So that means businesses are going to be charged more on tax, which means more revenue for the government. And the second is higher minimum wage for the public, basically normal working people, right? So their minimum wage will be increased through some policy, some percentage, which is not mentioned. And the third one is a push for greener technology. So fewer oil and gas deals and more towards renewable energy, green energy, mainly towards the moving toward a carbon neutral future lah. So
Yeah.
these are the
So I
three
think
talking
yeah,
points.
that's
Arwin,
basically
yes.
it. So I think if what you've said is quite, I mean, it covers the points, but if I may say it as lay as I can, the most layman term
Mm-hmm.
lah. If Joe Biden wins, businesses are not going to be happy lah,
Yeah,
because
for the short
they're
term,
going to be
yes.
charged higher taxes. They're going to have to be paying their employees more. Though all of these things are morally good. So I mean,
Mm-hmm.
if you want to talk about fun perspective at this point of time,
And Trump is the guy lah.
Joe Biden doesn't seem to
Correct.
be the person we want. Okay, so so like let's just talk about fun perspective. We don't want to
Mm-hmm.
talk about anything else.
Yeah,
Okay, so now
definitely.
if what happens now if Donald Trump comes? So if Donald Trump continues to be the president with his majority Senate, everything is going to be status quo, and I do expect the U.S. equity to continue to propel for the next couple more years. Okay,
Yep.
there might be calls for recessions and whatever not, but don't forget that the U.S. market has been a bull market. It's been very aggressive for the last 10 years. Okay, so I don't see a reason for it to drop at this point of time. Okay, let's now talk about foreign policies. Okay, so we know and we've experienced the last 4 years that Donald Trump is a little bit cuckoo up here, lah. Okay, so what does that mean? All right, so what does that mean is though so what that okay, so what I'm trying to say is what does that mean for the rest of the world? So it's
Mm,
not going to be good for China for sure.
definitely.
Okay, so he's stronghold China into getting into a trade agreement that favors America a little bit more, but at the same time, it's can't come to a win-win situation. Don't
Mm,
forget, there's a phase two trade agreement, and China has not been really fulfilling the first part even. And I'm sure 100% Trump is going to make sure that they fulfill the first trade agreement. So if he wins, he's going to have 4 years and nothing to lose to make sure that the second phase
the trade
uh,
policy goes
of
through.
their policy is
Mm,
implemented. The second phase of the trade agreement goes through. Okay, and he's going to I believe. Okay, he's going to go out on a full-on trade
full
war
attack,
with
yeah.
China because he's got nothing to lose now. Okay, so as long as it doesn't hit the American economy, there's nothing to lose. Though
Mm,
people say Biden is also going to, it's not going to be China friendly, which he might not. But I don't think he can
it's
do what
not as
Trump
bad
did.
as
Yeah, he's not a badass. Like he's
that's
not a
what it
badass
looks
like
like, yeah.
Trump is. He's still a Democrat. Still a little bit democratic, but when you need to deal with China, you need to be a badass. Okay, so that's what Trump has shown. Good or bad doesn't we're not sure. We're not here to judge. Um, but
Mm,
what I'm trying to say is Chinese funds might start getting volatile again.
yep.
Okay, so that's something that I think. But now let's stretch it a little further. If now China funds, if Chinese, the economy is not going to be appealing anymore, where are the funds going to channel? People are going to start looking at Southeast Asia
Yes,
because that's the next
that's
cheapest place. So places like Indonesia, places like Malaysia are going to start benefiting from this. So it's all a cycle,
correct.
if you see what I'm saying.
It's
So
just
there
like a
will
ripple effect,
always
lah.
be an opportunity. There will always be an opportunity, and that's why you you will need, I guess, advisors who is top notch. I'm not saying we are top notch. We cannot know everything at every point of time, but at least understand what's happening, understand the movements, and follow the trends. And if you're not going to be able to do that, then you're not going to maximize your margins. So that's what I'm saying. So it's going to be like a domino effect. Whatever
Mm,
happens on the
yep,
3rd of November. Okay,
correct.
now call for action. Very simple call for action at this point of time.
Invest,
We do
invest,
believe,
invest.
yeah, we do believe that it is a okay time to invest. But please keep it in mind that it would be a
Mm,
um, speculative. How do I say? Call. Okay, it's
call,
not
yeah,
nothing in investments is guaranteed. Okay, but this is just something that we feel that you can do because what's happened is that over the last 3 days, the S&P 500, our American
Dow
fund as such
Jones,
has been
yeah.
dropping, and it's absolutely natural. Every elections it does this,
It's all
and
speculative, lah, as usual. Mm,
normally it will continue to drop. Today it dropped. Tomorrow is Friday. It probably will drop on Friday as well. And we are looking at getting this calling our clients and making sure they invest over the weekend or at Friday morning the latest. Okay.
correct.
So we've got iPhones now. So get on your iPhones. I'll be making calls to my clients tomorrow to advise them accordingly.
Mm,
And yeah, we hope we're right. Even if we're not right, it doesn't. If you don't make a short term margin, it doesn't matter because at the end of the day, even if Joe Biden wins, I'm sure the economy will propel to a certain level, just at a slower rate. So
yeah,
you
correct,
will gain your margins slightly later compared to earlier.
correct.
That's all. Okay, so that's how I look at it, and that's how I make the call.
Mm,
Regardless, it would be a good time to buy. I don't think if Joe Biden wins, the country will crash. It'll just be different policies.
correct.
Okay, so the growth might just like stop for a while and then everything is implemented to go back again. So we are
Mm,
talking about one of the biggest economy in the world. Okay, so
yeah.
I
I'll
don't
add on to that.
see. Sorry?
I'll add on to that a bit more.
Sure.
Sure. Yeah. So also looking at the historical data from the past U.S. presidents, right? It doesn't matter lah, if it's a Republican president or a Democrat president. It has always shown that the economy has always shot up. So one way or
Mm,
another, the economy is going to move forward. Maybe initially it may be a bit slow after the elections, depending on who wins. But eventually, once they have their
The dust
footing set,
settles. Yeah.
and they will start moving. And then also to mention, like you said, right, China funds will become volatile and whatnot, right? If it becomes, and they'll start looking at Indonesia or Southeast Asia, right? So I read a very interesting article earlier today. It's mentioned about how Indonesia and Tesla are possibly gonna partner up to set up a production plant or something like that over in Indonesia. So that's something to look forward as well. So if
Mm.
that really happens, it may be a good time for us to look into Indonesian funds as well. Maybe
Yeah,
we'll
but
start to
it's
recover.
just that the Indonesian fund has been slightly disappointing.
Yeah.
But don't forget that we did, me and Dalvin, this was a super speculative call. We didn't even let any of our clients know, but we did make about a 2 to 3% margin within a month with a call. So, I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, it's fine. Like, it's nice to think that the funds are going to go up, but even if the funds don't make money, we've got like proven methods to know that when to buy, when to sell, and kind of uh, enjoy the margins when we
Correct.
can. So even if the funds don't do well, our clients somehow or rather make money because
Yep. We know how to
again,
do it.
Greyhound Investment Group, we're strong technically. We really focus on the technical aspects of unit trust, not just keeping there and hoping for the best. Yeah.
Mm.
Anything else to add on about the general elections and the?
I mean, apart from the US elections, I'd say probably we should be looking forward to our own elections sometime soon.
That's another
So
story.
that's another
It's
story
another
we
story
we are looking
altogether.
at
Yeah.
lah. Yeah. So
So maybe we
yeah,
can.
for these next 2 3 days till Tuesday, I think the polling is gonna end like but from third to fourth around there. So on the fourth, we'll know the results, who wins. Then it's gonna be interesting to see lah. How the S&P 500, Dow Jones, and all those are doing. So
Yeah,
yeah,
they
let's
but
keep
they
an
have
eye
been
on that.
falling. They've been like a free fall at this
Yep.
point of time,
Mm-hmm.
but it's absolutely accepted. The next one will come is India because I think in about 2 years' time,
Mm.
Malaysian ones will come as well. So elections is always a nice time to buy, depending that if you know the candidate is strong. But mind you, what happened to the general elections in Malaysia in 2018 when the opposition won? It was a free fall for about 20 to 30%.
Yep. A big
So
fall.
again, like I said, nothing is guaranteed. It is a speculative decision. It is a speculation at the end of the day. But we do feel it is a good time to invest. And then when you invest, okay, you should invest something that you're comfortable with. Don't go nuts. Okay, don't go
Mm.
nuts
Just a
and
small
in
amount
yeah,
should
just
be
don't
enough.
invest beyond your
Your
threshold.
limit, yes.
Okay, because if it doesn't go right, I don't want you to come back to us, Arvin, Dalvin, you told me this, and it was a guaranteed thing. There's no guarantee in investments. Okay, it's
Yep.
just our view that it is a good time to buy, and I will be calling my clients and I will be telling them that it is a good time to pump in, but pump in what you're comfortable with. That's
Yep.
important.
Correct.
Okay, so yes, that with that, I'm hoping, for the world, Trump might not be
The
the
best
best.
person.
But
Yep.
for all funds, I am rooting for Trump so that we make a little bit more money for my clients. So it doesn't
Yeah.
matter at the end of the day. Let's see what happens.
Correct.
Okay.
Definitely. It'll
So
be fun.
I'm
It'll be
done.
fun.
Anything
Yeah.
else you want to add?
Nah, I think that's all for the election news from Greyhound.
So
I
so
think
great. So
nothing much left.
hopefully we be pumping as much as we can by Monday, and we will probably come back and let's talk about this on somewhere on the 5th or 6th of November. See what
Definitely.
happens, and we can kind of review the American situation again.
All right.
And yeah, that's that.
Yep. All right. So, guys, don't forget to follow us on Facebook. This will be going on to Facebook, on Instagram as well, and
All
we
right.
also launched our
YouTube
for first
page.
time YouTube page. Yes, and
Yeah.
Arvin is managing it himself. So we leave a link maybe in the descriptions or somewhere wherever it is. So make sure you follow and subscribe as well to watch these videos. And
Correct.
anything else, Arvin? No.
I'm done. I'm done.
All right. Okay. Then I
That's
think
pretty much it,
we
and
can
we
have
can.
a say goodbye to everyone.
All right. All right. So
All
take care,
right then.
guys, and I will see you after the elections. Ciao.
Okay. Bye bye.